Hello to all my friends out there, and this video is how to stockpile and how being cheap can protect your future. Okay, if you saw my last video where I went to the gas station, and yesterday I cleaned my filthy windows, and you know I had a lot of bird droppings, so today I went to the same gas station because I figured they wouldn't mind because I buy a lot of gas there. And I took the squeegee and cleaned the bird droppings off my the top of my car. And then, you know, I had bad areas down by the rear fenders and I wiped them off. And so now what I do is I take my car to the car wash and I just spray my car off with water. When it's blazing hot like this, I don't like to you know, spray my car off because I might crack the windshield. And I thought, wow, you are incredibly cheap. And I thought, yeah, that's true, but as I was driving home, I wish you could have seen the cars. I mean, they were as bad as mine was due to the fallen ash. We had all kinds of, you know, freeway soot, and the cars were horrible. It rained, so just keep that in the back of your mind. So, okay, so if you're cheap, that's going to protect your future, because in the future, you're going to get used to being cheap and you're not going to suffer. A couple of the messages mentioned, I used to be cheap because I had to, but now I'm cheap because it's a smart thing to do. Well, in my case, you know, my friend asked me, Ruthie, why the hell are you so cheap? I think I'm just a cheap person. I think it's hereditary myself, and it is like protecting my assets. As you know, I had a few mishaps, and thank heavens I was able to, I mean, it was ridiculous. You know, I feel for those people that end up in their cars, you know, especially those single women. I mean, it's plain sad what can happen. So, okay, now this part is how your stockpile can protect you in the future. Okay, I told you guys about the woman, and she ran out of bread, and it was well before the end of the month. Fruit and vegetables. So since then, I've been saying to myself, oh, hell no. And I've been making bread. I've been making skillet bread. So, okay, I wanted to buy some flour, but I didn't want to go overboard because, as you can see, the stockpile can become quite cumbersome. So, if you're starting your stockpile, you want to find something that's going to work for you. So I thought, okay, 10 pounds flour will work for me. And, you know, I was shopping around casually, and I found this 10 pounds of flour at Grocery Outlet, and I liked it because it was only $5. It was 50 cents a pound. I have tried this flour before, and so I know I like it. Okay, with 10 pounds of flour, a pound is 16 ounces. 1 cup is 8 ounces. I usually use 1 cup. So in theory, this would be 4 cups of flour, but it's a lot more than that. So with each one of these, if 1 cup, you know, if 2 pounds was 1 cup of flour, it would be 4 batches of bread I'd be able to make. So I'd have right there 20 ounces, 20, more than that really, but 20 portions of bread for $5. And so, you know, that's incredible cheap. So the first thing I stockpiled recently was the flour. And I bought it at 99 cents only, and I thought I got a really, really good deal on the flour. Okay. Then I bought 10 pounds of sugar, because you need sugar. You know, if you're going to make cooked fruit, need a little if you're going to make bread. Now let me see something crazy here. 568 servings per container. Okay, so you need sugar for bread, you need sugar for tea. So 10-pound sugar is going to last quite a while. I mean, maybe not a year, but it's going to last for a month or two. And then I found these bags at Dollar Tree. And I got 3 for $1 because I don't like my food getting dusty. So that's item 2. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to find, you can start with 5 pounds. But when you're doing by 10 pounds, like when I do the 10 pounds potatoes, the 10 pounds sweet potatoes, the 10 pounds fruit, it's going to last a while. Okay, and then I found instant dry milk. Okay, that is going to protect me from running out of milk. And so you might go, well, we don't like drinking it. Well, it's better than nothing, and it's good for the stockpile. This would be 4 cups for $1, and you get 3 of these pouches, so you get around, let's see, 12 cups for $3. And what I do is I just mix up 1 cup water and 1/3 cup dry milk, and then I use it for baking and cooking. So this is a good item for the stockpile. And if you should run out of milk, and milk is good for your tea. Okay, now the next thing I wanted to buy was yeast, and so I bought the yeast at 99 cents only, and I thought that was really a good option. $1 for 3 packages, but this is actually a lot cheaper. So okay, I bought this yeast at Walmart, and I bought this yeast for $4.58, and there is 142 servings, and so it'd be about 3 cents each. But they said somewhere on there, I think it's 16 packages, so that's still pretty good. So, and I have bought yeast before in the jar. I bought packages, but they were messy, and I like these jars because I will just slip this in the refrigerator, and I think after you open it, it has a 6-month shelf life. Okay, the next thing I bought, and this was at Walmart, and I'm really glad I found this. You don't want to run out of eggs. I don't know about eating these, but I see, like for scrambled eggs, but for baking, these could be really good. So I bought this egg replacer at Walmart for $4.98, and it would be equivalent to 113 eggs, 9.5 dozen. And the eggs would come out 4 cents each. So, and then they had a couple recipes. Let me show you. Oh, they have quite a few recipes. They have whipped cream, pancake, sponge cake. But what I will do is I will use these quiche. Quiche can be expensive if you're using, and then they have a good pancake recipe on here. So, I'm trying these, and I will probably like them just fine for the stockpile. So that's 5 good items for your stockpile. And so, if you're new to the stockpile, say, okay, what am I most likely to run out of? And then start with that. So you don't want to be running out of bread, fruit, and vegetables. Okay, now I'm excited. Okay, I have a new recipe. Okay, when I bought this cookbook, I bought it for this recipe right here. You know how you leaf through? And let me give you the recipe. And so this is a really good recipe. So, okay, last night I made meatloaves, and I saved a portion. And so this kind of recipe would be good because if you don't have much meat, you can fortify your ziti Easy Zeddy. Now, I'm not baking mine. I'm making it on top of the stove. It's too hot. And besides, I'm doing the camp out thing. Okay, so what I bought, you know, when I realized how bad it would be if you ran out of bread, I started going towards this whole wheat pasta, and it's not more significantly expensive. I think I got this for $1. I think I got it at 99 cents only. And then I had this in the stockpile. And then, you know, okay, so you're going to make some cheap food. And so, you know, I have about 4 or 5 ounces of turkey burger from last night. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to spend a lot of money using up my turkey. So, okay, at Walmart, they have this, and it has mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, Romano. Anyway, so it's got cheese, you know, for my Zeddy. And so this was $2.22 at Walmart. It's got a long shelf life. So what I will do is, okay, I want to end up with about 16 ounces. So what I will do, I will add 1 cup of cheese. Okay, I might be a little scanty on my turkey burger, but I have the nutrients of this whole wheat pasta. So this is how your stockpile can really save you. I had this in my stockpile. I buy these for $1. I had this in my stockpile. Further, I was prepared because, you know, this protects me if it's the end of the month and I don't have any bread, but I have some good macaroni. And, you know, I can make a nice meal. And so $2, and these were $2. You know, if you had a big family, you could use both. So, you know, let me give you one more shot at the recipe. So, you know, when you're looking at this stuff, don't go, that is effing ridiculous. Think about it. Think about it. You know, what is being said here? Okay, you don't have enough money for a car wash. Your car, you can't see where you're going. You don't have any money. You look like hell. You know, go buy yourself some cheap makeup and try to help yourself. Don't be senselessly cheap, but conserve. You know, I see people, this is the true thing, and I'm not kidding either. I see people in this town the same age as I am, and, you know, they were working hard like I was, and they're in terrible, terrible shape. The one thing I can say for myself was I probably came home every night and I made myself decent meal. You know, I didn't spend a lot of money because I don't think it's necessary. And, you know, I'm in pretty good shape. I mean, I could drop dead tomorrow. My dad did, 66 years old, but I think that was stress. So, okay, you guys. So when you look at these videos, even though they, you know, you say to yourself, what is she really saying here? Well, one of the things I'm really saying is try to start yourself a little eBay, a little Amazon, a little yard sale, a little swap meet business. You know, when I was going to the swap meet, there is these old ladies there have been doing the swap meet for 30 years. I mean, they're walking around on walkers and canes, and yet they still get out there and unload that stuff and make themselves a little extra money. I admire those women. And they told me they've been doing it for 30 years. And, you know, try to figure out how could I get myself a little eBay? How could I prepare a little bit for the future? Prepare for disaster, you know, try and help the other guy a little bit, you know, every day. And, you know, just to make mention, and then I'm going to wrap it up, you know, don't think your comments are not helpful. One comment was, when you're doing the stockpile, don't forget your dog, because that would be a bad thing to do. Don't forget a can opener. You know how bad it's going to be if you get out without a can opener? And, you know, all kinds of good tips, money-saving tips, and, you know, what happened in their lives. Furthermore, very interesting, and some of them are very adorable and lovable. And welcome to all of the new followers. And if you're kind of broken lonely, hang in there with me and I'm going to figure out a way, you know. Because you know what I do? At night, I pray. Okay, I might not know you. I know a lot of people watch me and don't leave comments. But believe me, God is going to help you. And I pray, you know, that God is going to help you somehow. I don't care how bleak it's looking. You know those ladies that I posted 2 good ones had to go live in their cars. There was people there, you know, willing to help them. So, okay, you guys, God bless you all.